All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vince. We are here with a dual header, a couple version of the Supra Build Series. So part, I think 11, I can't even remember. But today we have Jason and Crystal today with their amazing Supras. So this is Crystal's car, tungsten silver, and that's Jason's turbulence gray. They've got different stuff done to them, but I want to introduce you guys to the owners. If you want to introduce yourselves, Jason and Crystal.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Tran. We're both from Missouri. I'm 20 years old, and this is my Supra, my turbulence gray Supra.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I am 21 years old, and I am also from Springfield, Missouri, and that is my tungsten silver.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys driving down here. I know that
No
the
problem.
distance was quite long, but
not
hopefully
crazy.
your trip is always worth it.
Of course.
This is why DFW Supras is the best, because people drive down here to hang out with us.
doesn't
I'm
lie.
just saying. I'm
No
just
lie.
saying. I don't know any other community that people do that. But anyways, so people might be wondering, you know, kind of where you guys are at. What cars have you guys owned before the Supra?
I've had a BMW 328i, first car I really had. But the main car that I drove most and I guess experienced the most was my Infiniti G37 VQ platform. If you guys know, most teenagers be driving those cars and beating the shit out of them. So that was my first car. How about you?
My first car was a 2008 BMW 328 XI. Or I think it's XI, right?
I don't know.
The four-wheel drive one. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
X goes before
X-Drive.
that.
That's
Okay.
X-Drive. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the XI was a coupe. It was my brother's first car, but they wanted to test me with it to see how well I drive when I turned 15. So I had that until I was 18, and then when I turned 18, I got this car, May of 2020. So right before the cutoff date for the ECU thing. So that was pretty lucky.
Yeah, you definitely chose the right year, because Jason, unfortunately,
Womp womp.
Yep.
Okay.
so you guys went from BMWs to other BMWs.
Yup.
Overplayed joke.
That's how it
Insert
is.
that here. I'm glad that you guys ended up with this platform. You know, some people, I feel like in the comment section, they're like, you know, they're so young, they have Supras and stuff. But I'm letting you guys know right now, I've hung out with them for an extended period of time. They're not hooning it, like being all crazy and stuff. I mean, these are two very clean cars, and you guys will see this with the B-roll. So it's always amazing, and this is what I love about the community so much, is that all different ages, backgrounds, regardless of who you are, we of course do our best. Well, here in Dallas to, you know, welcome whomever wants to come in, hang out.
Of
you know.
course. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, why do you guys decide to get the Supra? You know I mentioned you guys are familiar with BMWs, but what made it so enticing for both of y'all?
To be honest, at first I was kind of skeptical about the Supras because, like everyone said, BMW, whatever. And I've always been like Infiniti and Nissan guy, and so I was leaning towards the 400Z. Actually, I was looking towards those. But the more I did research, and I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with it, how it looked, how sleek it is. You know, at first I wasn't the biggest fan because like the big hood, but over time I don't know, I really enjoyed it and like seeing it through videos and stuff. So I just ended up getting it. And funny fact, she had it before me, and I was always looking at Supras, and then I finally met this girl. This girl, I was driving an Infiniti, and she had a Supra. So I was like, man, that looks amazing. So what topped it off was Crystal Supra, and that's what made me get mine. So
He stalked me at my work because I parked outside the mall, and he'd come every day and see my car and try to meet me. But
made
never
him
came up.
self-conscious.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I got the car because I don't know. I always loved BMWs, and since it is under Toyota, it's a little bit more reliable, I guess. Let's see, I was wanting to get a 718 Cayman before I got this, but with the expensive of how much like repairs are and services are on Porsches, it's so expensive to where we're like, it's not really worth it at that point. So we got this instead. The mileage is about the same as a Cayman, of how much it gets per gallon, so it's really nice. But it's not as spacious, but it's still really nice.
Does the job?
you talking?
I don't know. I just wanted to be the first one to get the Supra as well, because like in Springfield, there was no one that had the Supra. And every time I went to the dealership, I always saw it, and I was like, you know, this would be really cool to have. But no one actually knew I had it for the first 5 months because I never drove it out, never told anybody.
Oh, for
Hid it
real?
in my garage.
You went that long, like
Yeah.
Damn.
5 months until like, I think it was like September, October, I finally brought it out. When I first got it, the first place I went to was to get it tinted. So I got it tinted like 5% all around in the windshield, so no one could see inside. So no one knew it was me.
Yeah.
Never told anyone, so.
They all thought it was a guy. We all thought it was a guy, to be honest.
Well, the one person that knew had to get one too.
Years later.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hey, better late than never, right?
Right.
Dope. All right. Well, I'm sure you guys want to see what they have done to these cars, so you guys can decide which one to showcase, and we'll take the camera off the tripod. We'll get it on gimbal so you guys can check it out. So we'll do that right now. All right. Ladies first, we'll go over Crystal's car. So first, we'll go over the exterior. So I know you have a couple of stuff done. You want to walk the audience through.
So I got a carbon fiber wing, Street Hunter wing with like the color matched side pillars. I'm pretty sure what they're called.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Looks way cleaner.
It does. It looks really nice. The paint match was actually pretty spot on. At first it looked a little darker, but in certain lighting it does look a little different.
So is this like the actual Street Hunter wing, or is it a rep?
It's a rep, but it's
Okay.
not from eBay. It is not from eBay.
Okay.
I got it from Souvenir.
All right. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I know, like, yeah, I mean, you can't even really knock like going rep for the Street Hunter wing, because I mean, I've said this for the other people who have the Street Hunter. That motherfucker. Anyways, like what I was saying before, some stupid ass truck honked. The Street Hunter wing, actually, the reps fit better than the actual one. So
Yeah,
was
the
it
fitment
like,
was really good, especially like on the sides right here. There's no gapping or anything. On the actual Street Hunter one, there is a gap that I've seen a lot of people deal with, and they have to put like a sponge or something in between it.
yeah, fitment's really, really nice. It's like right on point. And I'll insert B-roll for you guys so you guys can see it. But yeah, looks nice. Of course, I'm biased, but definitely have to do paint match so it looks more uniform. But yeah, what else you got done?
For exterior, that's pretty much it. The only other thing is the license plate cover, which I really liked. That was something that I got done right before my warranty was up for my Supra, so I didn't want to do anything to my car until my warranty was up completely. So that was a little subtle change that my dad wouldn't be really mad of.
Insert the that like one Asian guy's a carbon fiber. And then you did I noticed too for your wheels. I don't know if you
Yes.
guys can see it. You got these powder coated, right?
Yep, we got them powder coated black, gloss black. They are the stock wheels that you get on like the 2020s and I think 21s too.
Yeah,
But
I'm glad that you powder coated them, because I just can't stand the two-tone chrome.
I mean, I like the two-tone chrome. It was okay. Jason
What?
was not a fan of it. But I was thinking about wrapping my car, hopefully in the next year or two, and then getting white wheels.
Oh,
So we'll see
okay.
about that.
You want to give a hint on what wrap you're gonna do for your car? Have you
I-
decided yet?
I either want to do like a bright pink or blue, or like a pastel pink or blue.
All right.
But
Can't go wrong with that. And then I know this is kind of like performance stuff too, which we'll go over, but see that you have the Boost Logic exhaust on here.
I do.
How's your experience been with the Boost Logic exhaust?
Not too bad, although it does have a little bit of problems here and there because of how it was installed. But we got it fixed today, so hopefully the rattling goes down and it sounds a lot better now. And I just hope that doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it is the valve version. So I guess it come in two different versions. One is like non-valve, and then the other option is the valve, where you can like open and close the valves if you'd like.
Mhm.
But my valves don't work right now. So
All right. Are you gonna wait? Did you say that you're gonna change wheels? Like, what? Have you decided what wheels you're gonna get? I know you said you're gonna do white, but
I really like Vossens.
Vossens. All
Jason
right.
doesn't like Vossens. He wants me to do white BBS if I do go white.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, because you don't currently have a front lip, right?
No, not yet. It's on its
Because I
way,
know Jason
think.
has one, and of course we'll go over Jason's car here in a little bit. But are you gonna do a similar style lip to him, or are you gonna do something a little bit different?
A little different. I didn't really like how aggressive his looked. I don't like it to stick out as much as his, so mine's a little bit more subtle.
All right, so now that we're done with the aesthetic stuff, I know you just got your car tuned by a very well-known tuner. If you want to talk about your experience, what you have done to this car performance-wise, and
So I got tuned by Mike Body yesterday, and Jazz, he helped with it too. At first we were a little scared because I do have a aftermarket steering wheel that does have like the LED lighting on it. So whenever they installed that, they had to put in a split injector, and the Ecutech wouldn't connect to that. So we had to disconnect the whole entire steering wheel and plug in the Ecutech to the actual one that is in the car.
OBD2 port.
Yes, that. So we got that to figure out, got that to work and everything, and then Mackie tuned it on 93.
And then, so we did record your experience yesterday with your car being on the dyno, so we'll insert that here, and so you guys can see how that looks like. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that part. Since you drove it a little bit, with it being tuned now, how does it feel? Is it pretty noticeable?
It's pretty noticeable because when you step on it, it definitely goes and picks up a lot quicker. I do wonder if I do change my exhaust, if it does change the horsepower and whatnot, because whenever we were tuning it, my back end of my exhaust came up, and the mid pipe kind of just. Yeah, I don't know. It just came out.
Yeah, it literally blew off. Yes.
Little flames came out.
If we have the clip, I'll insert it. I'll insert it here so people could see it.
I was a little excited. I thought it was a flame map.
So now that your car's tuned, I know I asked you off camera, but I have to ask you again on camera. Who's the first person you're going to gap?
Jason Tran. This guy right here. This guy that copied my car.
Are you going to do anything else performance-wise, or are you going to just keep it where it's at right now, enjoy it?
Performance-wise, I don't think I'm going to do anything else. If Vince wants to sell his exhaust, I'll take it. But other than that, I don't think performance-wise we're going to do anything. Probably it's mostly aesthetics at this point. So I was thinking about getting a carbon hood or carbon side fenders, hopefully soon, and some side skirts, and then obviously that front lip as well. And maybe a diffuser. But nothing too crazy. I don't really want to go E or anything, so keep it simple.
Makes sense. All right. Well, Crystal, thank you for walking us through I'm biased because my car's also tungsten silver over there.
Yep.
But your beautiful tungsten silver Supra. And now we'll go over Jason's Supra. On to you, sir. I know you have a little bit more stuff done with your Supra, so if you just want to walk us through the aesthetics that you've done so far.
Yeah, so I mostly have cosmetic mods on my car because I want to do that first. I always want to make my car look better and then afterwards performance. But I guess we can start off with my first mod, which was this carbon fiber spoiler. Shout out to my boy Kevin with the H, Kevin Wynn. Picked it up in Dallas. It's my first mod on my car. I was super excited. So, yeah, I have that. And then I got my third brake light or fourth brake light, whatever it is, from Suma Performance. Pretty great. I like it a lot. It's pretty bright too. I think
this is similar to the one that Sam has on his, right?
Yes,
is it the same exact one?
I'm not sure, to be honest, but I got mine from Suma Performance. So
shout out to them.
Yep. And then my exhaust wise, I went with a dual Tomei exhaust. I don't know. I always like Tomei, so want to try it out, but maybe in the future we might go single exit. So we'll have to see about that. Maybe RK or, SP1R. So we'll see about that.
Can't go wrong with both.
And then, you got your typical eBay special carbon rear spats. Fitment was actually pretty well, pretty easy to put on, so I like it a lot. I like them a lot, and pretty affordable. You know, it's like $200 or so for them, but
Yeah,
pretty
it's
great.
not too bad. It looks
Yeah.
much nicer than my ultra faux carbon fiber. So
Yep.
seeing yours right here is kind of making me want to get actual carbon fiber.
Yeah. And then my most expensive mod in my car, and I love them a lot. I got these TE37 Ultra M specs. They're 19-inch, if anyone's wondering. And my tire setup, actually, because I've actually had a couple of questions about it, is a 305 35 19 on the rears and 275 35 19 in the fronts. So shout out to Kevin Wynn again. I bought those off him. You know, I was thinking about going maybe, what wheels was I looking at again? I can't remember.
Well, BBS LMs.
I wanted BBS, yeah, BBS LMs, or there was one more that I was looking at. Oh, I forgot, work motions or whatever, work emotions.
Oh, the CR.
ZR10s or whatever they were.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah,
ZR10s are nice.
Yeah. But after looking at it for a while, I was just more like, you know, I might just have to go with the good old TE37. And, you know, I got an offer I offered up on the wheels with Kevin and got him off Kevin. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm biased too. Can't go wrong with TEs.
Of course. I think the color fits pretty well.
Yeah, it does. Like on the turbulence, great because it's like not too monochrome,
Yeah.
but it's like if you notice it, it's definitely a nice touch. And of course, we'll give you guys a look at the fronts here.
Yep.
So originally, I thought like yours was actually 18s like mine.
Yeah.
It does sit pretty nice though.
It does, yeah. Kevin had them on, and I just saw the fitment, so I just thought it was cool.
Did it come with the center caps already too?
Yes, it did.
Damn, good
Yeah.
deal,
Yeah,
man.
it was
Because
really
so many
good.
people get TEs and then no
No
center caps.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Of course. And then just another small touch in my car, if you want to look at the front or the rear, I did side marker tint. Just something small, something subtle, you know. So
There's the front, and then we'll look at the rear here. Yeah, nice touch.
yeah, just small little touch. And then I also have wind buffeting ones, the carbon fiber wind buffeters. I don't know if it's a big deal, but it definitely helped me out because I hated the wind buffeting on these cars, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
got
nice.
those.
It's nice because it matches all with the actual real carbon fiber that you have going on
of course.
with the car.
And then one of my favorite mods I've done so far is my Rex Speed carbon fiber front lip, Rex Speed V3 specifically. So, yeah, I made a mistake, and like Ben said in his past videos, you guys should PPF your car. I haven't PPF'd it, and so you'll see a couple of rock chips in the front. But for anyone wondering, yes, get your car PPF. You know, it doesn't hurt to spend a little bit more just to make sure your car looks great. So, other than that, though, you know, I love the Rex Speed V3, how it looks. And yeah, it's pretty much aim game style. So I don't know if it's super crazy. Sorry, my car is kind of dirty, but interior wise, I got a couple of plushies because Crystal bought them for me and I thought it was cute. But I have a steering wheel from Eduardo, GR store. Shout out to Eduardo. Great service, by the way. If anyone's looking to get carbon fiber steering wheels, Eduardo's the guy to go to. I went with perforated leather with a 12 o'clock stripe, 3 white stripes, and what was it? LED strips. So it's pretty cool, pretty good touch. And then my airbag too is leather. So
Yeah,
I love it a lot. I think that's one of my favorite mods because you know you don't really see the outside of your car, but when you're sitting inside your car, you see the steering wheel. I don't know. I like it a lot. It's a great touch. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I mentioned in one of my videos, that's the thing that you're touching the most
yeah.
in the car. So definitely get something quality. And I'll insert some B-roll on Crystal's steering wheel too.
Of course.
But for performance, right now you're currently stock, right?
For performance, yeah, basically I'm stock. I just have exhaust, downpipe, and intake, which intake doesn't really do anything. But I'm running MST intake, and then I don't know what brand my downpipe is, but yeah, that. And then in the future, hopefully when spring comes around, I will be setting my ECU off to femto. Getting that done and then going full E. So that's my future plans. And
Yeah.
cosmetic wise, just side skirts, carbon fenders, and carbon hood, hopefully. So,
All right. I
Yep.
like it.
thank you.
I like because you guys you and Crystal have similar ideas, but like different execution, which is nice, you
Yeah.
know? So do you guys ever like kind of bounce ideas off of each other whenever you're thinking about mods, or what you guys plan on doing
Usually-
with the car? Or?
Usually it's me that tries to tell her what to do, because before she met me, her car was completely stock, by the way. Okay. But she met me and I started getting into it, and shout out to Vince. I started learning a lot about my car and our whole platform and everything. So I started learning about it and helped her build her car, and then started building mine too. So basically I try to help her build her car too. So
Nice. I
Yeah.
like it. All right. To wrap up the video, what kind of advice would you give for, anybody who is looking into the Supra based on your guys' experience?
my advice is to make sure you do your research on a platform that or what kind of car you want to get. It's always good to do your research. One thing I will say is these are pretty reliable. From if you guys watch Vince's videos or you do your research, they're really reliable. So that, and just financially, make sure you're financially stable to be able to afford these type of cars, because it's fun to have these. So just make sure you're financially there. Once you get there, you can enjoy it. There's not much I can really say, but one thing I'll say personally is that I'm thankful to have a car like this. It's always great to have gratitude and thankfulness for nice things. So just make sure if you guys do get a hold of these, enjoy as much as you can, because these are amazing cars and platforms. So
Well said.
Pretty much going over what he said. I agree with all of that. The financial part especially. Don't feel like you have to as soon as you get the car, don't feel like you have to change it up. I changed it up after 3 years. I didn't do anything to my car. I kept it stock, saved up my money, and then I spent money to put aftermarket parts on it. But I wasn't really rushing into it either. Even if I went to school and I saw people and were like, "Oh, when are you gonna do something to it? When are you gonna do something it? Why are you keeping it stock?" I'm like, "Cause I want to. I don't really feel like I need to. I'm not gaining anything. I don't want people to be like, oh, she has the fastest car or something like that." It's just I want to go on my own pace. I'm not really rushing into it. I'm keeping this car for a while. I don't really plan to sell it because it's my first car. I kind of want to keep it and be like, hey, kids, this is my first car. I still have it. It still runs.
Mom was cool back then.
Yes. I mean, I've had it for 3 years. It only has 12,000 miles on it, 12,400 something. So
yeah, that's pretty.
well.
That's a cool fact about it. But yeah.
Yeah, what social media? We'll put it in the screen. So if you guys want to give them a follow, definitely do that.
Okay, so on TikTok, you can either follow me on Jason T Tran, or my car page is Jason J Tran Supra, and that's on my Instagram and my TikTok.
Mine is Crystal K_13. That is my main TikTok, main Instagram, and then pretty much all social media. So everything else. But my car is CLK Supra, which are my initials. People always wonder why it's CLK, but that's my initials. And then 13 is my lucky number, so that's why it's on my license plate.
All right.
Thank you,
Awesome.
guys.
Well, give them a follow. Appreciate you guys taking the time
Thank
to
you.
Thank you. I really do
record
appreciate
this
your time.
video on the channel, and make sure to follow them on Instagram so you guys see what else they do with their cars. If you guys are local to the Springfield area, don't know how big the car community is. Apparently it's kind of small, but if you guys are in that area, definitely check out these sweet cars. So appreciate you guys again.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.